All right, guys, be honest. Who came on this video to apologize to me for being right? But first, guys, go check out my friends over at CMMG Rifles. Go to cmmg.com. Check out their Descent. This Descent has an amazing new action that you've got to see to believe it. You want to get your hands on one. It comes in several different calibers and several different colors. Go to their website. You can get anything on their website for 10% off if you use my discount code FTATF. Again, my discount code is FTATF. Use it, get 10% off at cmmg.com. 2 teenagers were arrested and charged on Tuesday in connection with the fatal shooting of 4 people and the wounding of 32 others at a 16th birthday party in an Alabama dance studio on Saturday night. Sergeant Jeremy Burkhead of the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency said at a news conference on Wednesday morning that the teenagers, Tyreek, 2 different words, McCullough, age 17, and Travis McCullough, age 16, both of Tuskegee, Alabama, were arrested at around 8 p.m. Tuesday. They were charged with 4 counts of reckless murder. The arrests come after 3 trying days for the residents of Dadeville, a tight-knit community of about 3,200 people, 60 miles northeast of Montgomery. Authorities had offered scarce information in the wake of the shooting, and at the news conference on Wednesday, officials were still reluctant to share details, saying that the investigation was in preliminary phase. Quote, with the violence that went on and the magnitude of what happened, we are absolutely still in the early stages of the investigations. Officials did not say where the teens were arrested or where they were being held, nor did they comment on what motive the teens might have had. A lot to go through here. The biggest takeaway is that I think most of us were right. We called this a gang-related shooting. They don't want to talk about this because they might frighten some people. They might offend some people. They may hurt a feeling or two. These 2 punks will be charged as adults. They're trying to set bond right now. In fact, they're trying to not even issue a bond. They're wanting to hold these 2 punks without any kind of a bond whatsoever. Officials went on to say that this is just the tip of the iceberg in forthcoming charges. We're going to make sure every one of those victims has justice and not just the deceased. Well, that's pretty big talk, but we know the court systems generally don't do anything. When there's a gang-related shooting like this, because that's what this was, the courts really don't care. This is a voting bloc that is typically going to put them back in charge again. So they are known. They have a long track record of not doing anything to make sure that these types of people are put behind bars. They would prefer to let them out on the street so they look sympathetic to their cause, therefore getting additional votes when voting time rolls around again. They're not known for putting them behind bars even when they kill 4 people. Now, one thing that I found kind of curious once this story today came out saying that they had caught these 2 boys, they immediately talked about what casings were found at the scene. Remember, the media is known for when they don't want to talk about the person who performed the crime, that's going to be a protected class for them, whether it's some kind of gender pretender or a particular race of person or just somebody that votes hardcore left-leaning Democrat. Those are protected cases that you're going to find the media try to avoid like the plague when those things happen. But when you see them avoid identifying the firearm as well, that's usually because it's a firearm that is probably more commonly used than the commonly used AR-15. In this case, a handgun. There were pictures that came out early on. I don't have them anymore because they got scrubbed off the internet of Glocks. Probably has a giggle switch on it too, more than likely. Again, all pointing to gang-related stuff. This is all the calling card of the gang-related people. And again, just to be clear, like I say in a lot of my videos, when I say gang-related shooting, I'm talking about rival factions that don't like each other and an argument erupts and people shoot at each other like a bunch of idiots. This is not your classic sociopath who's trying to target a particular audience and wants to kill as many people as possible. Not what happened here. In fact, reports are that the mother of the sweet 16-year daughter whose party this was all for got word via different people during the actual dance, but during the party, that someone within the venue may be armed. So she had the DJ. I think she got on the mic too, but the DJ also got on the mic and said, if somebody is here that's armed, get out. And it was shortly thereafter that one of the songs was playing from the DJ and shots broke out. And that's when it all happened. So the mom did seem like she was trying to circumvent that and get that out of there, get that bad element out of the place. It's horrible that she actually lost one of her older sons in this shooting as a result of this. So, she had forewarning of this, tried to prevent it. It happened anyway. Alabama law enforcement personnel have identified the shell casings as being pistol shell casings. More likely, they're 9mm. I saw one article that went out of its way to actually correctly state that there were no rifle casings there. So this is not a good story for the White House, because the White House is wanting to implement some kind of unconstitutional assault weapons ban. That's their term, not mine. By saying there are no rifle casings, there are no high-powered rifle casings, this doesn't help their story. So the fact that we have gangs involved or gang-related type folks involved, and we don't have an AR-15 involved, this is a story that did slowly, quietly go away. Now it's still being buzzed about behind the scenes because young people were killed and there were 4 people killed. So this is kind of, it's checking some boxes and filling some blanks for them to fundraise off of. You can believe all the anti-gun groups out there are making money off of this as we speak. But they don't want to have a real conversation about this one because they're going to have to put some of their voters in jail if they really pursue this. I would like to point out that the people who were deceased are Shankevia Nicole Kiki Smith, age 17, Philstavius Dowdell, 18. That is the older brother of the sweet 16-year-old girl who the party was for. Marciah Emmanuel Collins, 19, and Corbin Dometry Holston, age 23. These are the people who lost their lives in this senseless act of gang violence.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America. He's